Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Pengo Plays here, back with another video, and today we are still continuing our series on doing a solo Easter egg in zombies, and then explaining my thoughts, if it's worth being good for solo, if it's an enjoyable experience for solo. This is mostly for solo, but I still will be talking just about the Easter egg in general. I'm just saying if it's like if it's a good Easter egg, if it's an enjoyable Easter egg, and we are done with BO4. At least except for DLC maps. I'm actually I'm thinking at this point, where I am right now, I'm thinking that I probably will buy eventually the Black Ops Pass, even though I know I made a video on it being like it was trash, but I just really want to play those zombies maps. And like I said in the video, if you really love zombies, that's the only way a pass is worth anything. And I really love zombies, and I really wanted to do the Dead of the Night Easter egg, Ancient Evil Easter egg, and of course Alpha Omega and whatever DLC 4 is gonna be. And I'm thinking they're gonna remaster a couple of maps like DLC 5 like they had in BO3, but now we are on to BO3. I'm going to be doing every single Easter egg in BO3 that is possible for solo. So sadly I couldn't do shadows. And I know there's a point where you can get to it, like you can kill the Shadow Man solo, but I don't think that's worth being a whole Easter egg. I think I'm only going to do Easter eggs that you actually get either the cutscene or you actually get all the way through it. So I will be doing some Zombie Chronicles ones such as Ascension, even though it's really quick, but technically you could do the whole thing solo. I do not believe you could do Moon, but I will look that up, and I'm pretty sure you can't, so I can't do Moon. I will be doing Shangri-La and Origins. So I will be doing those three on Zombie Chronicles, and of course the DLC maps for BO3. And so we have Dries and Drac here. We're gonna start off with it, and yeah, let's get into this. Actually, one more thing before I start the actual explaining the Easter egg steps and everything. Again, this is going to be probably a long video. It's not going to be like Night and Voyage where I don't have the footage. I actually have the footage of the Easter egg on screen. And also, since BO3 is kind of like with the gobblegum and everything, I've decided that I'm going to use any gobblegum that I want to except for Near Death. I think Near Death is just too OP, and because I honestly didn't know, I didn't think it worked for solo, but it does, and you literally just keep on getting revived and revived with your perks every single time for 3 whole rounds. I think that is too OP, and I know I'm using Perkaholic and self-med and all that, but I mean, at this point, this is probably going to be one of the last times I play BO3, and I just have so many gobblegum from playing when it was actually in its, like, you know, it's whatever you fucking call it, when it was actually popular. So, and I never really got a chance to use them because I was always hoarding them. I had like 17 Perkaholics. I never used a lot of them, and I want to use them now. I want to put them to use in these Easter eggs I do. So I'm gonna most of the time I use a Perkaholic, a self-med, and a shopping free. I have like a lot of each one. Self-med I only have like 7, but yeah, guys. I mean, if you guys want, you could comment for me not to do them with gobblegums, but I already did the Rise and Dragon Zetsubo. So comment quick because I'm thinking I'm gonna do Go Rod today. So if you comment quick enough, I guess I won't do Go Rod with gobblegums, even though it's like one of the hard ones. But I just really want to use the gobblegums I got from when this game was in its prime, and yeah. So let's actually get on to the Easter egg. Okay. Also, okay. Well, we're gonna get into the Easter egg right now, but also my edits aren't gonna be that good, so I'm not gonna show everything I do because I don't know how to edit. So yeah. So the first thing you have to do is just basic stuff. I don't even think this is like the main Easter egg stuff, which is just get a bow, which you feed the 3 dragons, like Hellhounds, Mob of the Dead, or Blood of the Dead. And then, I think it's 8 per or 7, because I had to fill it up. I thought it was 6 in the beginning, but I had to end up filling up with 8. And at some point, you have to use the Death Ray, probably for the Grangarok part. And also, you have to get a bow and upgrade it. Just one for now, but at the end of the Easter egg you need all 4, which I did not know. I swear at one point you could do it with just one bow, but I don't know what happened because at this game I had to have all 4. I don't know why, maybe it glitched or something, but I needed all 4. And so remember that you need all 4, and you should probably start it earlier because when I did it I thought you only needed 1, so I just made the lightning and I continued it, but you should probably wait until all your bows are done to do more steps. So after you have an upgraded bow, the first thing you have to do is do the wisps. Basically, after you have an upgraded bow done, you have to put it down on the pedestal and take the regular bow back and do what I'm doing on screen, which you have to shoot that. I mean, this is a really old Easter egg, so I'm guessing a lot of you know this. So most of the time, I'm just going to be judging the step and not really explaining it. But I think this step is actually really cool. It's definitely possible solo. I mean, there's some locations that spawn a quick revive that seem kind of hard to get to in solo, especially just because how far they are and you're by yourself. But I do feel like it's definitely possible. It's not that hard. Upgrading the bow is not that hard either. I feel like all 4 is fine with solo, especially in this map, because all 4 bows are really easy to make. I think the only exception might be the void bow. See, that was a wisp right there. You just have to shoot that 4 times, and it'll be in 4 different locations. And there's 8 total, so it could be in any 8, but there's 4, and then you shoot one, then another one will spawn, and whatever. And I do feel like it's very fair. Solo, it's pretty easy. I think it's a really cool way to start off the step, especially what happens after you do this. But I think it's a really good introduction. It gets you interested in it. And yeah, so let's see what happens after the wisp, after you do the wisp. After you hit all 4 wisps, but you'll go down and teleport, it will be purple. Then you hit teleport. You have to spend 500 points. Like the video said you didn't have to when I watched, but you do. And you'll be teleported to this, which I think is really cool. You have to pick up 2 things, and then you also have to remember a code. I think this is a really cool step. I mean, it's like the first actual step, and I think it's really cool. One thing about this Easter egg, I think, is that, or just all of BO3, I think BO3 Easter eggs are a lot easier than BO4 or almost like any other game, just because of Gobblegum and just the way BO3 is. It just feels really easy. Like once you have the upgraded lightning bow, you're kind of invincible until like round 30, and this Easter egg did not take till round 30. I did the boss fight in like 24. So I think it's really easy, and if I only needed 1 bow, like I swear at one point all you needed was 1 bow to do the Easter egg, then I would have had it around like 13. But it took me a lot of rounds to do the other 3 bows just because the problem happened. But you remember a code? I got a really easy code: lightning, lightning, lightning. So you'd pick up 2 things, get the code, and then it'll teleport you out there. After that, you have to you teleport here in the Panzer spot, whatever. I'm not gonna explain the step. It's really old at this point. BO4 is already out, and Modern Warfare, the new one, is almost about to come out. So I feel like you should kind of know this at this point. But yeah, and I think this is really cool. It really gets you into it. I thought it was really cool the first time this happened. I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. It goes back into like the memory, and you see Dr. Groff, I think that's what his name is. I think that's really cool. And you have to kill Panzer or whatever, and then you have to go back to the main part of the map, and then you have to put in the code. But first you have to use a death ray or whatever. You have to put the parts into the death ray. After that, you'll have the part. You'll go to one of these 2 machines. There's one down the rocket, and there's one right here on screen. Then you'll start a Simon Says thing, where 4 like little symbols appear on the 4 bottom televisions, and then you have to match the one with the one on the top one. I think this is really easy. I know you're supposed to have infinite hellhounds during this, but I did not have it, so maybe not for solo. So this is really, it became a lot easier just because there was no hellhounds. So I mean, and like honestly, at this point you're already almost done with it. I do feel like this Easter egg is kind of easy. I think the bulk of it is this bows, which I did not know and what took the most time. So you're already on Simon Says. You have to do it here, and then you have to do it down at the rocket. After that, you could call in a thing at the death ray, and Dempsey's little rocket will fall down. And with this rocket, he'll drop something on the ground, which I should pick up on screen right there. And before you place this, because I'm dumb and I thought you only need 1 bow, like, okay, actually, before I get to that, before you place it, you're supposed to do the wisp 1 more time and grab something from in the same room that you spawned in the first time you did the wisp. Then you place that and near double tap in a location. Like, I hope you guys actually know this like this Easter egg and all the steps, hopefully. And then after that, you can see Dempsey right there. It's kind of cool. I mean, I almost died right there because I'm dumb, and I was like, oh, do I get electrified by this or whatever? And then you actually, at this point, this is when you need all 4 bows after you do the wisp thing, because as soon as you place this, a keeper will spawn in, and he'll go to 4 different locations of the map, and you have to kill zombies with 4 different bows, and he'll spawn in a circle, and each circle will have a certain bow. I thought in solo each circle will have the same bow, the one you built, but I guess not. So I ended up doing that, and after you do that, you cannot take it back, and infinite hellhounds will always spawn in. So I had to make all 3 other bows while infinite hellhounds spawned in it was kind of horrible. The wolf bow was pretty easy, but then just the other bows and everything, oh, it was horrible. And honestly, after the 4 bows are done and you do the step, you're already on the boss fight, and I'm on round 6. So I'm actually really happy that this Easter egg makes you do 4 bows. I think it would be way too easy otherwise. For some reason, I remember having a hard time with this Easter egg when it was 4 people, but I don't know. I think the shop being free and the gobblegums really make it easy. But like I said before, I want to use my gobblegums. I got them for a reason, so I might as well use them here. And yeah, I think that like so far this Easter egg is perfect. I think that it's well, honestly, with gobblegums it's too easy, but I think that if you didn't have gobblegum, it would be enough of a challenge and everything. And even with gobblegum, still making all 4 bows. I think I went down once. Twice actually. 2 of the Panzer, obviously. And then you need the Ragnaroks, of course. It's just 3 parts. 1 from the Panzer, 1 from the Death Ray, and you have to use Wonder Sphere, and then 1 from the Rocket when it activates. You have to press the lever or whatever. You probably know that by now. And then, so now I realized I had to get all 4 bows, and I think that the 4 bow quests are really interesting. Obviously, Lightning being the most OP, being the easiest. I honestly do not like this about the map. The easiest ones are the most OP. I feel like it should be the opposite, where the hardest bow to make should be the most OP and the most, like, the best, you know? And I didn't really like that about this, but, I mean, I can't really do it, and I think the bows are still really good. And yeah, I think the Lightning is too easy, the Wolf Bow is too easy, and then the Void it's not too hard. It's honestly a really good quest, but it's for a crappy bow, so you never want to do it. And the order at which I did it, I did Lightning, of course, first, because I thought it's the easiest to make it most OP. Then I did Wolf, Fire, and Void. One thing about the Fire one of the steps, I think that you have to, like, it's not a trick shot, but you have these Wonder Sphere, and mid-air you have to shoot a certain circle on the map 3 times. I think that's really cool. It's a really cool step. It took me a few, but I did it. And then after you make all 4 bows, and you do all the keeper circles, he'll turn red, he'll go down to the pyramid in the bottom of the map, and it's pretty much boss time at this point. So, let's, I guess let's get in about the boss fight. One thing I do have to say about this map is that it has really quest eggs, and as you can see on the screen, I went from round 6 to round 24, and yeah, that's how long it took to take the bows. So I think it's balanced in the fact that you have to make all 4 bows. So I pretty much only hit the box like 2 times. I got a bracket, and I was fine with it. Then I bought this one off the wall. This is a really good shotgun. I really advise, if you're still playing this game and doing Easter eggs, this is a really good shotgun for it. It's a wall open, so you'll always have ammo. And then probably going with the lightning bow because it's the best. So I mean, whatever suits your preference with the bows. But then, I think, before you go into the boss fight, I have a few things to say. Like, I think the boss fight it's pretty challenging, actually, at times. I think if I didn't have Pergaholic, maybe with self-med, I might have not been able to do it. And look at the Keeper. That looks sick. And I think that the whole atmosphere of the boss fight is really cool. I like the arena. I like everything about it. I do think it's challenging enough to where it actually feels like a boss fight, and you'll actually feel rewarded when you actually do it. So that's one plus about it. And yeah, okay, so right now, let's actually get into the main part of the boss fight, and I'll get to show some game. So now you're in the boss fight, and I think it's a really cool arena. Like I said before, I think the aesthetics are amazing, and basically the whole boss fight premise, you have to kill a corrupted creeper to get the MPD or whatever to, like, activate it, and then shoot the rockets at the moon, which is pretty cool how this Easter egg ends. So I do think that it's hard, but I think it's definitely possible. And all you basically have to do is that at one point he'll stay above the middle of the map. You put your Ragnaroks down, and then he'll float down, descend onto them, and then he has this weak point where you can shoot him as much time as you want. You do this 3 times, and each time you should probably kill him. Each time, if you don't do enough damage, he'll just go back up, and then you have to do it again. So it might take 4. And then after you do that, you have a little mini round where only Panzer spawn in. And this is probably the hardest part about the boss fight, in which I recommend the 2 shotguns. I think that this part is basically the boss fight. The Keeper is not that bad, but these Panzers, man, these Panzers are tough. So this shotgun, the one off the wall, destroys them. The Brecci also does the same. It just destroys them. Like right now, it does not look that good, but trust. I wasn't even close to them, but trust me, these Panzers get destroyed by the shotguns. So basically, just 3 times and you're done. So it sounds easy, but when you're actually doing it, it's pretty hard. I do feel like it's kind of cool that you actually, like, this is the first time. Not the first time, but it's like the first time we actually get to fight like a Keeper that's actually challenging. I know in Shadows we fought Keepers, but I think this feels like the true first time. And this map kind of like it starts to get you interested in all this keeper nonsense, you know, with the whole story being the keepers and the apothecans, where we don't even, in my opinion, don't even get to see them until Revelations a lot. But I do feel like this starts like you for people to get intrigued and everything. So I feel like this is a really cool idea and a good first boss fight, because this was actually basically the first boss fight we ever had in Zombies, and I think it was a really good one. Uh, One more thing, while he's if you don't put your Ragnaroks down in the middle of the map and he descends all the way, he will have an insta kill hit, which you have to stand behind the pillars. I feel like this is fair because you should get your Ragnaroks recharge in time, so I feel like it's fair. And this is honestly the only other thing except the Panzer that you have to worry about. So I do feel like it's a fair boss fight. It's challenging enough to not feel too easy. It's not hard enough to feel unfair. I think it's all around a really good boss fight, and it was the first in Zombies, and it was just a really cool idea that they did.
30 seconds to impact. You're eating multiple rocket launches. What have you done? You are afraid of it. Even the destruction of this facility and my own death will not prevent the advancement of our cause. You'll stop nothing.
Once I thought us fools to dare change it, but now I am not so sure.
The road is long and dark, but I know where we are going. We will complete our mission.
He's still alive.
I fucking hope so.
This subject will one day wreak havoc across the entire universe. He cannot be allowed to live.
This wasn't how it was supposed to go. We were supposed to secure the package and be in and out clean. Instead, the whole thing's been one disaster after another. I should never have trusted you, Richtofen. Never!
You should trust me, Dempsey. You all should. This artifact has the power to contain and preserve the subject's soul. Your soul. But it can only be done after the moment of death, just as you saw me do to my other self. It is the only way.
Wait! If someone's gotta take him out to save the universe, then it should be me that does it. Good to see you, Tank.
What an amazing cutscene! What just a fucking amazing cutscene. This, I mean, we did have shadows, but I think this is actually the first true Easter egg cutscene we ever had. I think it was amazing constructed cutscene. Just everything about it was so sick. Damn, it felt sad too, but also like good that you're now on your way. You completed something good. At this point, I'm standing still and trying to survive. I'm pretty much killing myself at this point. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think that was a really cool cutscene. I think it was made beautifully, and yeah, I honestly think this Easter egg is one of the best just in Zombies. Just in general, I think it's a easy like 9 out of 10 Easter egg wise. It's not too easy where you'll feel like you just did something that was not rewarding, but it is hard enough that you feel it's not too hard where you feel like it's unfair. I feel like it's it's an amazing Easter egg. I really enjoyed going back to this, and I'm still excited about BO3, the rest of the maps. I have already done Zetsubo, so expect that video out soon. Zetsubo, Zetsubo. I mean, I'm gonna have some complaints, but I think overall, just being back on this game just makes me feel so happy. So I think Rising Dragon is easily. I don't want to say it, but I think it's better than all the BO4 Easter eggs, at least the base maps. I haven't tried DLC. But I do think 9 is close. But I still think that this Easter egg is just better. Like it's just fun. You're not feeling tedious throughout the whole thing. Because 9 you have to wait a lot. Nine's waiting. Blood of the Dead's fucking Morse code and hobo code shit. And Voyage is some stupid dials. There's always something annoying about the 3 base zombie maps and BO4. But this game, I don't find there a lot of annoyances in it. I think the whole Dragon Dragon Strike was not really annoying at all. Maybe just the Void Bow, but even then, I still enjoyed doing that. So, I mean, I do think that this Easter egg is still one of the best, and as you can see by my Gobblegum names, we are doing a lot of Easter eggs to come. So I'm very excited for what is to come. I have already said those, stated the rules and everything. But I know a lot of you might get mad about the Gobblegum, how I'm using it, and you might say that's pretty much unfair and that you're making it too easy. But like I said before, I mean, I got them, and I didn't even pay money for them, so I want to use them. I want to feel like I eventually got some worth out of them. So yeah, I'm really excited for what's to come, guys. This is going to be the end of this video. I think a lot of BO3 videos are going to be a lot shorter than Blood of the Dead was how I initially wanted these to be, because a lot of these Easter eggs are a lot shorter. But yes, expect Zetsubo out very soon. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Again, like I said before, if you don't want me using Gobblegums, just take 2 comments will do it from people that I don't know. I swear my friends comment, but just 2 comments and I will not do I won't use any more Gobblegum. I might use it for Go Rod though, because I'll probably do Go Rod right now, so sorry, but for the rest of them I will not. So yeah guys, this will be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, subscribe, like, do whatever you want, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.